Well, hi there.
Oh my goodness. We've been doing this for 3 years and 4 months,
Oh,
almost every week. Now we have taken some breaks.
yeah,
There's been surgeries, there's been vacations,
yes.
there's been horrible, horrible disfiguring and life-changing accidents. At least one. And I think a lot of people started baking in the pandemic and they gave it up. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? A lot of people started podcasts. How many of those are still doing it? But we
th-
stuck around for you. We
here
stuck
we
around
are,
for each other. We're holding hands. We're kissing for everyone on
holding
Zig and Larry
hands
North Copy.
and kissing for everyone.
hmm Once a week, two drunk morons. I've been sober for 3 fucking weeks.
I have been sober for a week.
Really?
Yes.
I have an excuse. My wife could go into labor at any moment. Her
Uh,
due date is 2.5 weeks away. That's fucking insane to me.
that is insane. I
Yeah.
knew it was getting close. Like
Yeah.
any time now.
Like if I rail her wrong, that thing could pop out.
It could. We could be like grab hold and be like, hold on, Pop.
Hey, a more romantic sentence has never been said. If I rail her wrong, that thing could pop out.
You can say that about a baby and a butt plug.
Yep, absolutely. Oh God, so many things in common, really, if you think about it poetically.
Poetically, yeah. I mean, that was my favorite Tom Jones hit.
That's
That's
not unusual to shoot a butt plug across the room. Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
and
No,
that's
actually,
why
it is
it's the
unusual,
thing.
Tom. That's kind of a you life living in Vegas. People in Montana ain't doing that.
And that's why babies and butt plugs are the same. What?
Throw your panties at me, everybody.
Everybody. Okay,
Why have
Tom.
you been sober for a week? What did you do? Was it
Um,
court appointed?
it was clergy appointed, actually. They
Well, they don't have any rights.
tell me about it. I
Mm.
wore my clergy badge all day at that wedding, and nobody let me touch their butthole.
That's the problem. You don't when you're clergy, you don't ask, you take.
Ah,
Yeah, that was your mistake.
yep.
Yep.
Step in here into my rectumry.
For a second, I thought you fucked up a word, but I'm like, no, that's clever wordplay.
Thank you, thank you.
Well
No,
done.
I caught a just a massive chest cold, like,
Oh, nice.
and so like the wedding was on a Friday the 13th because spooky, and Saturday I got up around almost 1 in the afternoon and went, I don't feel quite right. Makes sense. I drank all the whiskey and
hmm
every bit of Coors Light
You were
in
the reverend at a wedding, so
y-
you drink the whiskey.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I was like, this makes sense that I don't feel quite right. Let's give it a minute. Let's try to eat something. Let's do this and do that. All day I just was like, I'm not I feel like you want to drink? I really don't. It's weird. I really don't want to drink. Um and then like Sunday we got up and I'm like, we gotta get home. I'm not feeling right. And so I'm like halfway home, I start like coughing, and every time I try to talk, I just cough. And so by Monday I had no voice. Tuesday, not much better. Wednesday, it started like Tuesday, I started feeling better. Wednesday, early morning, I woke up in a puddle of my own meh. Um,
Hmm.
so that was fun. Where I was
What
like,
color is meh? If you had to, how does meh smell? Does it
it's
glisten in the sun?
it smelled like a combination of steak frites and corn mash. It was
Huh.
uh,
Shit.
and just a
I
touch
didn't
of
have an
phlegm.
appetite before. See, before you said phlegm, I would have ordered it. You know what I mean?
Right? And steak
Steak
frites and
freaks and
corn
corn
mash.
mash. That sounds like a fucking food truck I would follow around town. Where's steak frites and corn mash today? The park? Fucking A right. Let's go. Put the kids in
Seems
the
like
truck.
I don't care if that it's raining. We're getting it.
We're going. Those fucking guys rule.
They know what they're doing for
They are
fuck's
not fucking around. Did they bring the phlegm? Maybe we skip it.
Yeah, let's skip the phlegm today. But yeah, I was just real. It was like I tested for COVID 3 times because I was like, this.
Mm,
It didn't feel like when I had COVID, but I also was like, it makes sense if it is.
but you
But
were in a huge gathering of humanity, so
yeah, And a year ago in October, I um officiated a wedding and caught COVID.
Weddings fucking give everybody. I think weddings give COVID. I don't think it's the fact that there's humanity, but people
Yeah,
come from all around to
yeah.
go see two people, and most of us are just going. We just gotta wait till the open bar. Nobody cares, and then everybody gets sick and goes.
Yeah.
That's when I got COVID. Fucking Canada at a wedding.
Canadian COVID, the best kind, the most polite COVID,
Yeah, if I would have stayed there, it would have been free. But at least it was
right?
kind. Yeah, I didn't realize that I started having symptoms halfway through my trip home at the layover in Texas. I'm like, well, I'm a super spreader. I'm patient fucking zero. Everybody I was talking to in the bar in the fucking Canadian airport, I'm certain I infected. That's phenomenal. Good for me.
Excellent. Fuck those guys anyway.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, no, I just had I got a bad cold. And then just, when you're not feeling well, I just did not like I even thought like Tuesday night, I'm gonna have a hot toddy. And then I was like, I think I'll just sit in the chair instead.
Yeah, no, those are depressing. But yeah.
Yeah. So I would say I've been sober. I had a I had a rum last night because I was gifted some nice rum
Mm-hmm.
for being the officiant. Navy strength rum. So I thought, well, this is healthy. It'll burn out whatever is left in here. Because I that was the thing. I at one point, like Wednesday, I started coughing stuff up that had like teeth and hair in it. If that
Mm-hmm.
like every time I washed
An
it,
unabsorbed twin?
yeah, I turned on the sink and it would go, Papa, no. Otherwise it washed down
The
and
fucking Tim and Eric bit.
you get this out of here. So yeah, I just so last night I had a rum and it was really like I had a rum. And I was like, ugh, that's good. But today I feel pretty good, but we're still just drinking a coffee drink because it's early in the day and Gideon and I have adventuring to do.
There you go. I uh I'm gonna make a request here because I just realized something. In about 3-4 months,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
schedule one of these shows like the old school pandemic shows when we are both let off the chain and we just show up hammered and just see what the fuck happens.
Yes.
When,
Oh,
when I can,
absolutely.
yes, when I can do it and not get divorced, that
Yes.
would be phenomenal.
Yeah,
Uh,
you
I'm
tell me.
Yeah, okay, okay. I'll have to read the room on that. But I should be. It shouldn't take much because I will be, totally jumping off the wagon and sleep deprived. I'm getting sobriety. It's fine. Uh, I'm getting a lot of stuff done, but I'm bored as shit.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I'm just captain projects and I couldn't give a fuck, even if they're going spectacularly well. I got so much stuff done, like just the week. I don't care. But I've realized what kind of guy I am. I'm the kind of guy who, when he's bored, realizes, oh, I got an errand I got to run. I will go to a Ross Dress for Less and then go to the back where they have the homeware stuff
Uh-huh.
and come up to the front with a bottle of discounted avocado oil and a 4 pound sledgehammer. I'd say these are the two purchases that I meant to purchase coming here.
Oh, buddy, we got to get you drinking again. That kid's got to get here.
But
I
here's the
am.
thing, I they have actually pretty decent tools at a Ross Dress for Less. You know what I mean? You can find some
Yeah.
cheap fucking tools,
No,
but
yeah.
they have mine. They have machetes, which I always think is weird. There's always at least one.
It's Florida. You are required to have machetes.
But I realized that I needed for a small project. I needed a small like one hand sledgehammer.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, I remember they had one there. You know what? They usually have that avocado oil for cheaper than the grocery store. That's what I'm gonna get. And so I made a point of it. I walked up to the woman who was behind the counter, who was a minimum 110, and I put those up, and she looked at me like, this was honestly why I came here today. Like, did you find everything okay? I'm like, I went right to it. I went right to it. I knew it was gonna be there. I was in
They
here
sure
last
have
week and I figured, you know what? I bet you that sledgehammer's still fucking there. I was right.
And now I'm gonna go to the Ross Dress for Less near us and see if there's a sledgehammer.
Go back into the homewares. They always have like cool like oils and sauces, usually pasta for real cheap for some reason.
Sure, sure.
Himalayan sea salt, that's always there to put in a pepper grinder, like a salt grinder, And then the tools. It's like actual tools. Now, it is an off-brand sledge, but what do you need an A-brand fucking mall for? You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
It's a heavy goddamn iron weight. on a
It's for
stick.
it's for whacking. You
It's
don't
for
need
whacking.
yeah, and, like, for no, if your job was whacking, if you were whacking for a living,
Maybe if this was an everyday tool,
yeah, you would
you'd shell out
need
more than $10 on it.
yeah, you
Yeah.
need a nice cobalt, you need a nice, oh, what are mine? Uh-huh. I'm s see, not drinking has fucked up my brain.
Oh yeah, my memory's going to shit. Just this last month,
Well,
I'm not sure if it's like already dad setting in or the fact that I'm sober, but like I'll leave a room and be like, I have no idea what I just did in there. My wife asked me, she was better. It's like, what'd you watch last night? I couldn't remember for 15 minutes.
I have no idea, man. I'm sorry.
No, I don't know. Did you
And
enjoy it?
who are you
Possibly.
and why are you in my bed? You should need to go before my wife gets here.
I have no idea what I watched on TV last night, stone cold sober, but I have all 5 projects and how I'm going to get them done in my head. Will I lose tools doing them? 100%.
I've got to go back to Ross Dress for Less and get a jackhammer that I know is on sale.
I had to repurchase a new paring knife because I'm positive I lost it for the kitchen.
It's just buried in the backyard.
It's been gone for a month, and I said, "Fuck it, not buying another one."
Oh, buddy. Yeah.
Lost it,
See,
and I have
see,
no
it's
excuse.
psychology has proven that you recall things, you recall information under when you're in the same state that you
Yep.
learned it.
If you
So
learned
like,
it drunk, it's easier to recall when you're drunk. Yeah.
yep, yeah.
That's actually a proven fact. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. St. James actually had me run that experiment on myself one time because
Actually, I learned that from him. I took Intro to Psych. I had
yep,
one class with St. James. Yeah.
yep.
For Gen Ed.
And that's his specialty. He's a memory and cognition
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. That was his
psychologist.
jam.
Yeah, and like that's what he did in at U of I when he was there. That's all the experiments he did. So when the man says, "Here's how memory works," I go, "Uh-huh."
Yeah. Yep.
Um, and that's why he was also like he had napkins and sticky notes and notebooks. He was like, "You can't remember everything, so use all this shit as an extension of your long-term memory." And I'm like, "I thank you." And that's
Yeah.
why
We
I
talked about the
have
last one. Yeah.
you look all around my work area that I've built for myself. It's just sticky notes and scraps of paper and things that make no sense up on a whiteboard that I barely use anymore. But that's
Like ham. Like just like that wouldn't make any sense.
I don't know why I did it, but I drew a pig with a popped collar and pit vipers, like a popped collar on a polo shirt and pit vipers, and next to it I just wrote bro ham.
So I oddly almost nailed it.
Yeah.
I was picturing literally just like a slice of pork that you slap to the wall.
uh,
But I mean,
I'm not gonna
I'm gonna
waste
give myself a solid B on that.
yeah,
There's no
that's a
way.
good guess.
That's
And because
shit.
you
That's Karnak kind of shit.
yeah, I mean, because I'm not gonna waste ham. If there's ham on the wall, I'm eating it.
I would say that it's not a waste if it upsets one other person. You know what I mean? As long as somebody walks in, like, why is there ham slowly rotting attached to the wall? Then it's not a waste. It's an experiment.
It's art.
Yeah, it's an installation. Just walk around your house throwing food products in corners. What are you doing? I'm selling tickets to this shit eventually. Oh, great. That's great.
So okay, the place where the wedding was,
Hmm.
40th floor at 400 East Randolph in Chicago.
Oh, I was gonna say, where in the fuck is a 40-story building around you? Oh, there's not. It's in Chicago. Got it.
Yeah, yeah, it was in Chicago, um, overlooking Maggie Daly Park. I mean,
Nice.
like it was, and the lake was right there. I literally walked in and just stopped and was like, It's like when you invite the outside dog into the house, and they're like, "Stay right here in the kitchen on the rug. I don't belong anywhere else." And they're like, "Come on, your room's over here." And I'm like, "Do I take off my shoes?" I have never. There was an old comedian. God, I can't remember his name. I should look it up because I've quoted him a couple times. But he was on the Tonight Show and sitting between like uh, Raquel Welch and Frank Sinatra, and he's just looking, and Johnny finally leans forward and goes, "What's you okay? You got something to add to this?" And he's like, I know. Look at me. Look at this. You ever feel like the world's a tuxedo and you're just a brown pair of shoes? This is what I feel like. And that's what I felt. I was like, I don't belong here. They're like, come look at the view. And I'm like, I don't want to. I don't want to get used to this. And then
I don't deserve window.
I don't. I'll just be in my room. You just tell me when it's time to come out and get you all hitched, and then I'll go back and just sit in the bathtub and wait.
The preacher's in the broom closet, right? Yep, lights off. Good.
Good, good. That's where you keep them. Like it had a bathroom with a couch in it. Like it had a
What?
bathroom. It had a bathroom with like I say a couch. It was a cushioned bench. One of the bathrooms.
Okay, that's better than a couch, kind of, in the same way that three fingers in your ass is better than a fist. But what? Who needs a fainting couch? What? Who's lounging in there? Who's just posting up to wait with a cup of coffee?
I did. I did it with a bottle of wine.
Well, were they calling that your dressing room?
No, no, that was just Wednesday. That was just Wednesday evening for me. I came back and was like, "Well, this is where I'm going to be." And they're like, What are you doing?" I'm like, "Come on in. There's a curtain. I can't see." It was it
My
just
whole life, I never thought to furnish my John.
well, now I can't piss without somebody sitting on a couch. I
Why
mean,
is this lazy boy slowly collecting piss fumes?
pull the ottoman into the hall. I need company. It was a very nice, but man, by the time like Friday, I was like, this is pretty cool. I felt, it's like this, it really looks like Bruce Wayne's apartment in the Dark Knight Rises or whatever, or in the Dark Knight, not the Dark Knight Rises, but in the second movie, whatever, the second Nolan movie. That's what it looked like. Um
Christian Bale yells. I don't
yeah,
know.
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale makes an aide cry. Batman.
Okay, all right. That's Thank you. Because at
An
least
artist. Shut the fuck up.
you
You're in
just
a cape right now. You're like making ups of a superhero. Can we all just calm the fuck down?
yeah, this is not high art. Nothing is high art.
Yeah.
It's all crap. I know, man. Scorsese is so up his own ass. Can we just have a conversation about Martin Scorsese real quick?
I don't like Marvel because nobody watches my movies anymore.
Well, it's because all of your movies star the same three people, who have the same three faces that they make in every movie that you put them in, and all of your movies are 8 days long. They're all 8 days long. Look, I get a Marvel movie can be 3 hours. You don't notice it because you're just sitting there eating popcorn, drinking spiked cherry Coke because you brought in a couple little mini bottles for your own. You've done an edible before you've gone. Life is good. I'm not.
I almost didn't get married because my at the time fiance was appalled that I was sneaking a half pint of booze into the movies one time. I'm like, this is not something you do. She's like, that's not normal. I'm like, yeah, it is. It
It
is.
is.
She's like, no, it's really not. I can see her point, but she didn't grow up the way we grew up. She went to college to learn something. You did the second time, but
Yeah,
I went to college the first time the way we did the first time.
yeah, and it's no, it's pretty normal. To just yeah.
Oh,
Ooh,
fuck.
okay. Oh, we've lost. We can see his make
There's a computer
contact.
above the computer that's doing
Oh,
something. Uh,
speaking of fancy people,
well, one is my wife's, and I think that I fucked it up. But it's just gonna have to wait because it's gonna be a whole big thing.
how did you fuck it up? You didn't even touch it.
Well, I touched it before we started, and I thought it was gonna do something, and it hasn't happened yet.
Ew.
So what I do is stuff that requires a 4 pound sledge from Ross, not something that requires the IT department. That
Okay.
is not my wheelhouse. So know your fucking lane, Ziegler. That's what we learned.
Don't touch things.
We
That's
know that you just came out of a fog that you started 45 years ago with booze. But let's just realize that you're not Superman, and just because you can see it doesn't mean you should touch it.
boy, that's the rule of every strip club that kicked us out when we were 18. Just
God,
because you can see it doesn't mean you should touch it.
That fucking strip club. I'll never forget that goddamn day. Uh,
Yeah, we've talked about it
I
on the
know.
show, and
And you knew
what?
exactly where it was.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Fucking 10,000 miles away. Okay. We
Yeah.
got there. We were there for one beer. Went, well, this is horrible.
No, you're conflating the machine shed in Iliopolis
Hmm.
with the trailer in Kinney, Illinois. That's
I'm going to tell you right now, both those memories live the same day in my mind.
well, because we went to go find the trailer,
Hmm.
couldn't, and then we ended up in a machine shed in Iliopolis.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
That was a day. That was
I'm
an
going to need to
adventure.
refer to you for more of my life stories because I'm like, hey, this is how I remember it. Completely wrong. That's why you can't trust eyewitnesses.
Close enough. You know what? I want you to write a memoir called Close Enough.
Close enough. I'm an intelligent man, but my whole life has been a blur. It's just like I look back and I have to like sit and really think about memories. Do I have any? Uh, not really. Not especially.
Not
Remember one birthday before you were 21. I know the day that they happened. Does that count?
Yes, at least you can remember that.
I remember my 21st, my 40th, and my 30th.
The 20 I would say our 21st because we just celebrated
Yeah.
for a week, no, 2 weeks. We celebrated for 2 weeks because I at the time my job was all, well, we're gonna call you in, and I'm like, yeah, well, it's summer, and if I call off on one day, that means I get the next 2 weeks off. And who cares about money? I don't. I'll make rent or I won't. I have options. I'll sleep in my car. I don't care.
I don't care.
I,
Back when that was an option. Delightful.
oh man, yeah. Well, that was the thing though. I knew like if I lost the apartment, I'd just come sleep on the couch until I got another apartment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. That's
Yeah,
fine.
he's fine. He'll figure it. He's got a job. He's fine.
Yeah.
He'll figure it out.
When you
Or
peel them off the couch, it makes that noise that like when you pull off a band-aid. You know what I mean?
time to
And,
get
and
away.
everyone makes the same face too, like that.
Oh,
Slower, fast, slower, fast. It's not better either way.
it's like when I passed out on your leather couch and you're like, don't do it without a shirt on. I can't sleep with
Yeah,
a shirt on. Don't do it without the shirt on. I can't sleep with the shirt on. Zig, I can't get up. I'm stuck.
told you.
Please help. No, I'll
No,
do it in a minute. I'll do it in a minute.
I told you. I told you.
Told you, you live with your
You
consequences.
turned into a fucking suction cup, and I told you not to.
What
And
is it?
I don't care. I don't feel any fucking sorrow for you right now. I feel no pity.
I really want to go get some toast.
That is that is a good way to describe me. One, I'm a kind of man who will, on purpose, while sober, go to Ross and buy oil and a sledgehammer. Two, I'm horrifically arrogant and I have no problem looking at you. I told you so, so now you have to be on fire. Like that's just it.
I
Did you listen to me? No. Well, great. Now you get to die. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know
don't know
what
what
to
to
tell you.
tell you. I don't know what to tell you.
You live in that hole in the ground now.
It's I
I
told
could help you out. I won't.
I told you not to. You did it, and now you live with the consequences.
My body runs on a lean mix of whiskey and smug, and that's what you get.
Oh, you get see, I for a long time it was whiskey and spite for me. Just a lot of
Yeah.
spite,
Yep.
lot of spite, lot of my God, a lot of spite. How much? Oh man,
Whiskey's interesting because it cures spite at first and then fuels it afterwards.
yeah, that's for a little while. Everyone's get. It's like the stages of drunkenness. It's like Larry Miller's stage. You buy a guy at
Hmm.
the end of the bar a beer because you like his face. Yeah, now you punch the guy at the end of the bar because
Because you
you don't
totally his
like
face.
his face. Um. Oh. So again. We're discussing that. I like this juxtaposition because you're about to begin this journey. Last night, last football game ever. The last high
They,
school.
oh, because they've canceled football. Thank God. See if they got my letter. I've never understood it.
No, well, I say get it.
Football ruins bars on Sunday in the winter for me.
It truly does.
Mm,
We went to go play darts the other day, and there was football on, and people were in
yeah,
the dart machines, and I'm like, so I'll shoot some darts, and
nah, you're not gonna win.
your team's gonna lose. Just
There's more of
move.
them than us.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Don't go on
Um,
Sunday in the winter.
but no, Gid's last football game was last night, and it was it's
Mm,
bittersweet. We were talking, he and I were talking about it. He's like, yeah, he likes playing music, um, but he also could care less about football, and that
yeah,
and that's where we all were like, all the parental units, all three of us were sitting there, and we're just like, shit, this is it. It's just not with a bang, but with a whimper, man. It was just
yeah.
we went and got senior recognized before the game. They announced everybody's names.
Oh, like what is? I don't. You keep saying it's senior recognition night, and I have to guess what that is.
So what they do is they line up all the seniors. Like I say
Like
all
to
the
shoot them,
yeah.
like literally like line them up in a row on the football field.
Um so hold on.
Okay, because
So
I'm
like
picturing the wrong thing, probably.
you're not too far off.
The fuck. Okay,
Um it's
I
not
know
like it's not
it
like
seems weird to me so far, but go ahead.
there's not like 8 riflemen on the other side.
Yet, okay, yeah, go ahead.
Well, fingers crossed.
Okay, so the entire senior class is paraded in front of people.
Well, not the entire. So like it's like the
The
senior
ones who didn't escape.
yes, the senior football players, the senior band members, and the senior girl cheerleaders
Okay.
all like line up, and then yeah, they just announce their name. They're like, hey, here's their parents, and that's it. I mean, it's just a way for them to say, here's the seniors. It's a bummer they're leaving, but congratulations,
Okay.
hoop de doo. It's just a thing.
I get it. No, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I know me. If like I would be the senior who refuses to participate. You know what I mean? I'm like, no,
Oh yeah,
no.
I know Gid tried, but they were like, just it's 5 seconds. You walk out, you stand there on it, and you go, all right, and they take a big picture, and then they send you back the other way, and you go, okay, that's all it is. But um, I mean, and
Yeah, okay.
it's a fine thing. But we did that, had the last foot, and then picked him up from the school, went and got pizza, and that was like, yeah, well, that's another thing down before he graduates. It's just all these little things we're
That's
winding
just
down, man. We're winding down to send him out into the world.
odds on favorite. It won't matter. I'll be long dead before I have to look at that shit.
Yeah, but then I'll have to be there.
Yeah, do what you want. I mean, I'll be dead. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, well, I will, and I'll
That's
be like,
fine. That's what I'm saying. Do what you want. I support you.
and I'll lean in, and I'll be like, hey, I just want you to know your dad would be completely apathetic about all.
Correct.
Yeah, I know.
That's a God. I really don't like children. So like, I don't know how this is gonna go.
You'll like your own.
Yeah, I probably like my own because I'm gonna mold her into a weapon to or against the rest of the world. But
Yeah, that's what
yeah,
I
in
did.
general, I'm not interested in most of them.
That's yeah. I didn't want kids. I didn't like kids, but then I had mine, and I was like, you guys are all right because I can influence you. I can
Yeah.
tell
Mhm.
you to stop being a bitch, and you have to listen.
I get to go to fucking things like senior appreciation. Which one's Nina's dad? The white guy with the word fuck tattooed on his calf who never wears long pants. That guy.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, look at that.
yeah.
The one on a Jazzy. Does he need it?
He
Probably.
stole it.
He pushed a dude out of it so he could ride out and go. Why do you need the Jazzy? Dick's too heavy. What? You earned me.
My balls are full of anger for humanity. That shit's dense.
Well, we made a mistake by asking. Sure did.
Sure did.
Oh, what's your dad do for a living? Oh, he's retired. What? For a while now,
Not so much retired as just stopped working.
he just. But yet, does he still get? Yeah, for whatever the place that he's employed by. They keep sending him a paycheck
Mhm.
and keep giving him more money, but he's stopped work. Can I work for them? No, you'll ruin the racket. Knock it off. What's
Fine.
gonna happen when he dies? I'm just taking over that job, and they won't even know. Is Adam like 110? Yeah, and he shows up
Yeah.
to work every day. Mouse just jiggles away.
I shaved the beard down and it's coming back because I wanted to see. There's some whites. There's some whites. I don't know if I got patches yet, so I'm
Yeah.
excited.
I can't wait. I can't
We'll
wait
see.
for you to show me where your patches are.
We'll find out. We'll find out. I don't know because I feel like the brownish red was hiding a lot of the
Yeah.
patches before.
Oh yeah.
So like we're gonna start from scratch just to see the damage. I don't give a shit what color it is.
No, I stopped giving a shit a while ago.
Yeah.
I because like this side is almost completely white now, right through here, and then this is starting to catch up, but I still have that cool. I'm gonna have that cool like dark mustache
There you go. Yeah.
right down through, and I'm like,
Mhm.
that's fucking rad.
That
And
works.
I don't care. I don't care. That's the
No.
thing.
That's what really that's was one of the impetus of like me shaving it off because I a couple of times in the same week for whatever reason somebody asked like they need to know my age. I said I'm 45 and I got you don't look 45 and I was like how is that possible? I don't but I didn't I'm like man maybe and then I realized after the second person said it I don't give a shit if I look 100 or if I look 12. I don't give a flying fuck if I age or not. So I'm like, let's see how white this beard can be. So
Yeah.
everybody can be, you're 45, so I can get this. Oh yeah, like that's what I want. Like yeah,
Well,
okay.
people and I very flattering, even with all of this, with my white and gray and my beard, I still get people like, "You don't look 45." I'm like, "Thanks, I moisturize." That's I use an
Yeah,
SPF.
I want to look older than I am because every time says somebody says you don't look 45, either they're a shitty judge of age because they're much older, because I can't look at an 18-year-old and tell you how old they are anymore,
No.
or they're blowing smoke up your ass. It's possible
I'm pretty good at knowing if somebody's blowing smoke up my ass, and when
because the
it's like
pipe is still smoldering.
yeah, it burns. But yeah, when when you see genuine surprise, like when like you've poked them with something, you're like, "How old are you?" 45. Oh my god, you don't look 45. Thanks. Wait, do I look older than that? No, no, younger. Okay. All right. Either way, fucking I look you don't look 45. You look like a solid, like a healthy 57. I'll take a
Fine,
healthy 57. Fine.
fine. Whatever. I wish that I would remember to do it more often because my favorite is how old are you? And my answer is I don't care. I don't know. I
I
stopped. I don't care.
the only reason I still remember how old I am is because you keep mentioning it. That's why.
Good. I'll keep it up.
Because half the time, somebody like, "How old are you?" And Nicole will be like, "Oh no, I'm this age." And how old are you? And I like, "How old am I, honey? I don't know. Can you please remind me?" Oh, the senilities set in. Hey, speaking real quick though, just I got to found out that our friend Toddles, our little buddy Todd Roth, he listens
Hmm.
to the show. I didn't realize he listened to the show. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
thanks for listening, Toddles. Smooches.
How did you discover this?
I got to see him the other day.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So yeah, I got to see Toddles, and he was like, "Yeah, I listened to the show," and I'm like, "Why?" And that was no, maybe shouldn't be the first reaction when someone tells me, "Hey, I listened to your show." Why?
Wow. Sweet.
I will say though, I listened to last episode and I giggled at us. I was like, I lived this, and I'm still giggling. Speaking of that, speaking of getting the giggles, splitsociety.org is our sponsor.
Oh my goodness, this show and every show, whether they like it or not, I'll take them to my grave. It's splitsociety.org, the purveyors of fine, hand-rolled, artisan spliffs, toasted by monks. I don't know, are they hand toasted or is it machine?
They're hand toasted by monks
Okay.
of
Artisanal monks.
artisanal monks of any variety.
Okay.
They don't judge. They don't have. So like German monks, Shaolin monks.
It's hosted by Shaolin monks
Yeah,
when they're preach in between sessions of preaching peace while kicking somebody in the dick. It's they're toasted spliffs because
Shaolin monks.
they're complicated people who don't want to be complicated.
Get your dick kicked in by a monk. For only $500, you too can get your dick kicked in by a man in orange pajamas. That's just a
I'll do it for a
prisoner.
lot less, and I got outfits. If
Is
you
that
want
just
outfits, I got outfits.
It's just yes, it's a prisoner, but he claims he's a Shaolin monk, and he needs the work. So
But anyway, head over to spliffsociety.org and you can get yourself some of their fine merchandise. You fill it up with your favorite herb of choice and then you smoke it because you're an adult. 21 or older, please, or if you can get away with it. They got cones. They got what you like, the rose or the lotus? Or they got both.
I
Which is
like
your
the
favorite?
goji berry. The goji
Oh, that's
berry,
what it is. Yeah, that's
yeah,
yours.
tastes like fruity pebbles. It's delicious. But yeah, get yourself a t-shirt, a fine piece of fashion that I'm wearing. You'll sell one of those. Tank tops, hats, grinders, splitters,
Studded thongs,
shitters, and spitters,
shackles,
uh, and crackles,
pasties with propellers on them.
and pastries with icing on
Yes, Swiss Society. Catch the fever.
it. Spliffsociety.org, and at checkout use promo code ZIG
Zig and Larry.
and hell, you guys might be using it. We have no idea. I think they're supposed to tell. I know some people have used it, and we got told about it a couple times. But Bradford, maybe just let us know.
We should probably touch base. Yeah.
Yeah, probably we really should. We should probably have a meeting.
Hey, if you don't want to check us out on YouTube, we have a YouTube channel where this will be on there. It's really just talking heads. It's this with us sipping beverages.
I met a coffee beverage.
Completely uninteresting backgrounds. Actually, yours is pretty good. Yours is
Yeah,
pretty good.
yeah. I
Yeah.
get the
I say that just because I'm used to looking at it. I think it's not. Yeah.
Swanson Pyramid of Greatness. I got Shane Torres's first album cover right here, signed. I got a Canaan poster right here that was like specially made years ago. Nope, there. Especially made for a show in Champaign.
If you want to check out on Zig and Larry, we just watched how Larry can figure out his right and his left while looking at himself in the mirror.
It's very difficult. I don't like it.
Wait a minute, which finger am I holding up? Wrong. That's perfect.
First time I got to headline Zubar, the famous Zubar in Lincoln, Nebraska. Rest in peace, my buddy Brad. It's a bummer. Yeah. Anyway,
All right, I'll tell you somebody who died. Lincoln. The only thing that I got in this room right now worth note is there's a birthing ball over in the corner, one of those big. I gave birth to it, and now it's huge. And I think she did it just to confuse me. One day I came home to a very, very slightly used, but still very nice pair of size 15 men's cowboy steel-toed working boots that were just like on the floor, just for me to go, oh, there's no way this ends well for me. She found them they're really nice. It's for her resale business, but we just have to find the one gigantic son of a bitch who needs and wears them. They're apparently very worthwhile and they're very like expensive, but I just saw like boots for an ogre who obviously works with his hands, you know what I mean, just in the house, that I wasn't expecting. Going, well, can't win this fight, I'll just start packing. Like
this
there's
is
no,
his house now.
I wonder how he's gonna raise my daughter. That's great.
Thanks, Mongo. Can I live in the backyard? If
I
that's
hope you enjoy your meat bills going through the roof because this guy looks like he needs some fuel. That size 15 cowboy working boots. And they're
um,
heavy. Like I couldn't even walk in these things without sweating.
My nephew might be able to wear those actually.
If he wants to sell them, apparently they're up for sale at my
I
wife's. Show is brought to you by Angelina's Shop. Shoppe, Angelina's Shoppy. That's right. On Poshmark.
Choupé.
Check out Angelina's Shoppy at Poshmark. She's got hundreds of things that I would love out of the house. They're all actually that's not true. They're fine. She stores them away really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I should, because I was just gonna give a bunch of shit away, but maybe I should sell it.
Yeah.
Because I've got a bunch of shit that needs to go.
Uh, I was gonna make like a killing things joke, but I'd feel weird after the link and stuff, so I don't want to.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, hey, you want to do the topic today?
What the fuck? Why not?
I mean,
We've ignored it.
it's so poorly researched, my friend.
uh,
I realized it was my go when I got up at 11 today
good.
and researched it while making and eating a sandwich. That's
Good.
yeah.
Good.
Okay, let me ask you this. Let's ease into it by asking you a question. Did you like haunted houses when you were a kid?
I went to one. I went to one. I remember being bored out of my fucking mind. I jumped a few times and then realized that I think I was like 9 or 10. I jumped a few times and realized I found that kind of odd that I would do it to myself. And then I flipped off the guy who had the chainsaw with no blade on it. You know what I mean? Like they have the
Yeah.
chainsaw just makes the noise. I flipped him off and then I walked away. So I didn't go out into another one after that.
I wasn't a big fan of them. I did one when I was about 9 or 10. Initially it scared the shit out of me, and then yeah, I realized they can't touch me.
Yeah, I
Well,
jumped. I wasn't scared. I was startled.
well, yeah, but
I
when
was I was
something jumps
annoyed by
out,
that. Yeah, I was annoyed by the startling.
yeah.
I remember putting my hand into a box and looking at the person. So, which one is the fucking peeled grapes? And then like they're like, the second one. That's like, yeah, this isn't gonna be me. This is my thing. I was me. I was this in a 10-year-old body.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and then when I was a little older, and started developing the more fight part of my fight or flight,
Who'd you punch?
it was a clown. I punched
Good.
a clown.
Good.
I've beaten the shit out of multiple clowns now in my life, and I feel really bad because our buddy Robbie is a professional clown.
I
Um,
feel like you come home after each one of those and put another notch in the headboard.
fucker.
One's rodeo clowns, one's mimes specifically.
No, rodeo clowns. I'm cool with. Those guys protected people in the arena and protected a very smart ass me after a lot of rodeos.
Oh, right. Yeah, you were. Yes, excuse me. Of course, you're a rodeo family.
Yeah,
Duh.
yeah. So rodeo clowns, they adopted the 15-year-old me because they were like, "We like you. You're a dickhead." And like, yeah. And when you've got like four coked out, whiskey drunk rodeo clowns that are still in makeup, who when you've smarted off to some of the other the competitors, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna kill this kid," and those four clowns come up like, "Well, you're gonna have to go through us first." You're like, "I got an army of clowns, motherfucker. What do you got?"
This is a cutscene from Fallout New Vegas. Get me the fuck out of here.
Oh, anyway, sorry, that just gave me an idea. But yeah, no, I went that's when I went through a couple more. But yeah, it was the guy, always the dude where you hear the vroom, vroom, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
there's no, and you can't touch me.
Hmm.
I know you're not allowed to touch me.
Correct.
Now, again,
That's a good rule of thumb. Don't touch strangers at any attraction.
yeah, don't touch children.
No.
And don't yeah, you just don't touch strangers. Well, here's what we're talking about today. Um, so have you heard about the extreme haunted houses?
Do they fill you up with bath salts and throw you in? No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Kind of.
Oh,
Um,
ooh.
there are so there are these haunted houses now where you sign a waiver and get a safe word, and they are allowed to do to you all
Oh.
manner of nonsense. Now, it started with things
Huh.
they'll tell they would like grab people, shove their head into water, or make them like it was all still like clean, but like no drink from the
Yeah, I'm picturing like grabbing their ankles when they're not ready and shit like that.
but or like they would people like come out of a secret wall and grab someone and like drag them in, tie them to a chair, force them to drink. Like there was one
What? Force them to, pardon me,
drink
finish that sentence.
drink toilet water. It was still clean, but it looked dirty
Whose idea was? How is that haunted house? Forcibly put you in a
because it's
chair,
horror themed.
drink and drink, force you to. Who I want to? Who was storyboarding that idea? Okay, never mind. I could go down. I could do that for fucking 15 minutes.
No, no,
But
and
please
this is what
continue.
we're. I mean, we're gonna be talking about this. I just want
Yeah,
to
we got
get
to get there
through.
first before I do
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Um, and so like it started with like somebody, some one of the female performers would have somebody tied to a chair and like what looked like a used tampon, shoving it in their mouth, like forcing that into their mouth. It was just gross stuff. They were doing weird, gross.
Yeah, that's not horror. That's fucking. That's hazing.
Yeah, it was, but it was still like everyone's in horror makeup and costumes, um, and you would have to like, you go with a group, but they would take you one at a time. Oh, sorry, sandwich and coffee. I'm living like a 1940s detective.
Everything Larry consumes hurts him at some point in his life physically.
It's this is why I don't eat right before I go on stage. Because if I do, I'm up there just like anyway. So there's some like there is a place in Champaign, Illinois called the Fear Experiment. Okay.
Hmm.
And this goes a little bit more extreme where you get like a you get instructions on where to be at a certain time. They show up, you again, you have to sign these waivers online,
Hmm.
but as you're standing there, this
You mean like in the world?
yes.
Oh, okay.
So you get instructions on where to be, like underneath the overpass,
Gotcha. Okay.
behind the KFC at this street at 11 p.m.
And these fuckers are gonna come kidnap you, right?
Yeah, they come kidnap you. And they take all of your personal belongings. And like the fear experiments actually, it's it's run by a psychologist, and they have a theme every year.
Who had to change his last name from Mangala for obvious reasons.
Right, yeah. But they will. I've got this one pulled up because it's
So okay, we went adjacent to, so we're leaving the haunted houses where it's not really a haunted house so much as you're going to go in and get horrifically pranked by it's like hazing but at a Halloween party.
yeah, yeah.
It's like we're grab you, put you in a chair, and then we're gonna put goop in your hair, hee hee hee, and tell you it's okay.
And
That's
tell you, it's gonna tell you, we're gonna tell you it's blood. We're gonna do this. We're um. So yeah. Okay, sorry, I've got ahead
okay.
of myself because those were like, again, you show up with like a group of four, but they take you separately,
Hmm.
different directions. And like Nicole and I talked about it. We're like, it could actually be kind of fun because like the things that they're doing, they're still not going to actually hurt you.
Hmm.
I think like that we're at in the waiver, like the worst thing they're going to do is like slap you. Um, because like you're told not to talk unless you're told to talk. And so if you start mouthing off, they're going to slap your face and then you're like, oh, okay, oh, okay. It's still part of the experience. And then they take you from like room to room. They give you opportunities to try to escape. It's this whole like Texas Chainsaw Massacre
Okay. Okay.
kind of experience. But you can still hear the people you came with
Yeah.
in other rooms screaming.
You're right. Gotcha.
Like, and that's like when we were reading up on it, Nicole was like, "No, we're not doing that." And I was like, why not? She goes, because imagine you're in the middle of your experience and then you hear me scream. What are you gonna do? And I was like, all right. She goes, yeah, you're gonna Kool-Aid man your way through the entire set. And then the poor guy who's like manhandling me is gonna get like a 2x4 behind his knees. And,
Whose job it is for $50 a night to put fake tampons in her ears.
yeah, exactly.
How do you put that on a fucking resume?
this this guy, he just, oh, it was horrible. Oh my god. So it was one of the actors? No, it was one of the patrons. I'm one of the actors. He
Where do you go to the local community theater? Which one of you people is really fucked up? Because we got a job that pays cash, and you're never going to be able to talk about
just, well, that takes us to the fear experiment.
it. Yeah.
Okay, so
So you sign up. I'm assuming you pay for this, and you're at the corner
yes, you,
of First and Main at midnight.
and they come in a black van and put a hood over your head, take all your worldly belongings, and they start the experiment. Now, here's the who we are part, or who we are. We are the company. We offer an immersive horror experience in Central Illinois. What we do. Fear is an integral part of life. It is built into us to be afraid of something we believe to be dangerous. It's part of the reason our species was able to evolve and flourish. But just as it helps us, it can be our biggest obstacle. We fence ourselves in, create a comfort zone because a comfort zone is safe. Because of this, we miss out on some of life's greatest opportunities. Most things worth having live outside our comfort zone, on the other side of fear. This is what we do. We provide you with that environment to face fear. We provide you with a theatrical playground to allow you to see that you're stronger than you think you are. The soul longs for adventure. It longs for the thrill of truly being alive. It longs for real connection. It longs for the challenge of facing the unknown and conquering it. We are here to liberate you from your fear, to liberate you from the banality of life, to allow you to push your limits. It is to give you an experience to test yourself and see what you're really made of. Fear is the only path to knowing oneself. You will never be harmed. You will never be unsafe. You will, however, find out who you truly are.
This episode brought to you by the company, a bunch of fucking lunatics.
Here's the rules. You must be over 18.
Good first rule.
If you're instructed to do actions, you must do exactly as you're told. There is no speaking inside unless you are instructed to do so. Do not ever touch anyone you encounter unless instructed to do so. Do not ever touch props or scenery unless instructed to do so. Do not compromise the experience for future patrons. In addition to the standard safety word, you will be provided with the option to purchase up to 2 additional safety words.
What?
So if you have an emergency or a certain scenario is too intense for you to handle, you can say the safety word to get out of the particular scenario. After you've used your last safety word, there are no refunds and there are no options but to leave. We have added this feature because we truly do want everyone to finish the show.
There's
Also,
in-game purchases?
well, I mean, I'm sure if you're like, no, I'll go ahead and buy the safety words.
You have to buy. Okay. That irks me a little bit, but okay.
Well, I mean, so you get a safety word.
Yeah, but you have to buy extra if you use your one.
Yeah,
Is that this?
yeah.
I don't know. That upsets me.
Why?
Why do you have to buy extra? You should be allowed to be like, fuck you, I'm out.
Well, I
We're not
mean,
doing that.
yeah, but if you do fuck you, I'm out, then you're out. So
We'll give you a safe word, but if you want, no, it's like that's like in-app purchases. It's like you buy the game, but if you want the full experience, it's an extra $5 or $20, whatever the hell it is. I don't know. That just seems cheap to me. That just cheapened it.
eh, I like the idea that you can do in-game purchases.
No, it cheapened it for me. Yeah,
It cheapened it for me.
it did. It did.
All patrons are required to, well, hold on. Let me back up. Yeah, required to read the rules and sign the waiver before entering. This is not optional. If there are rules you do not follow, you will be given only one reminder of the rules. If rules are still not followed, you will be escorted out, and there are no refunds. Breaking the rules is absolutely not tolerated. The fear experiment reserves the right to deny admission to any person for any reason at any time. Meaning, if you look too into it, we're not letting you in. Things you might encounter in one of our shows: aggression, claustrophobia, clothing removal, crawling, dirt, dizziness, fog, food products, foul odors, guns, insects. That one got me. Guns, insects, loud noises, nudity, restraint, suffocation, touching, and water.
Touching and water. Okay. Um.
Oh, here's the thing. I'm not here to defend it. I'm here to present it.
No. Okay. Understood. Understood.
Yeah. Yeah, I am not like none of this. Initially when I was like, "Oh, like," and this I'm talking like a decade ago. I was like, "Oh, cool. Extreme haunted house where they can kind of," and I was like,
So
"Oh,
they pick
maybe
you up and take you to, and they're calling it a show. Are you aware? Is this like one person at a time in a warehouse kind of thing,
um
or is it like they bring you and like you're part of an audience of like 10 or 15, 20?
I think it's one at a time. I'm not really sure. I think they only do like 3 or 4 shows a night. So like they they'll bring you in, give you the experience, reset everything, and then
Yeah.
go pick up the next idiot.
Okay. How much does this run without the additional purchases? It's a
I'm sorry, guys. Um, apparently my lungs aren't quite clear yet. Okay, get your tickets now. I'm gonna hit tickets. I'm gonna see if photo package. The
uh,
venue is, quote, near the Champagne area. Okay. I don't know, and I'm not going any further to purchase the tickets.
oh no, don't give them your credit card information. Don't let them know where you are.
Correct. Yeah. I
I mean, okay. Okay, I'm all right with it if we're calling it a business and not an experiment. If like,
right.
you know what I mean? Okay. All right. It's a show, it's an interactive. I mean, I did interactive theater for a year professionally.
Right.
The worst I ever did was I accidentally dumped chocolate cake into somebody's hood on their winter parka. And I didn't tell them and I let them put it on. But
I mean, interactive theater is terrifying no matter how you cut it.
I would never do it. Yeah, no, I would never go to it.
I would
Uh,
no, never go to it. I wouldn't recommend it.
I always hate when fucking when audiences talk to when actors talk to the audience and it's not a soliloquy. I'm like, okay, this no, no, what are you doing?
Stop it. Just stop it.
There's a difference between crowd work in a show, as long as it's done well. Crowd work in a stand up show is like improv. If it's done well, it's spectacular. But a lot of times it's just done so poorly, it's unwatchable.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
So this is, this one though, it seems like it's a show. You're
Okay,
still gonna get fucked with. That it seems like I know, like, um,
but I see that when I said it, it cheapened it though. I feel like that they're gonna push it and push it and push it because I feel like how much money can we get out of this fucking asshole? You know what I mean? Like that's where my brain immediately goes.
okay, so I may or may not have known somebody that has done something similar to this, like
Okay,
worked as an actor for, and they really do take pride in what they're doing.
I'm
Um,
sure
so
takes a certain kind of lunatic to do something like
oh,
this. That
absolutely, yeah,
and once you're in it, that you're in it on purpose.
yeah.
You know,
But yeah,
it's not like working at Wendy's. You don't just fall into it.
you're right. I don't know. I was hiring. So what do you do? Well, I'm an actor. What I do is the person pays for it. They tie him to a chair, and I mix a cocktail of Viagra and bath salts, and I just go in naked and
I whip my dick out and throw a gun in the air. Why?
Yeehaw!
Because I'm hoping that they'll spend an extra $15 so that they can say Matei to make me stop.
Yes. Um, yeah, I mean, this one seems like you're paying to get slapped around a little bit.
Uh-huh.
You're paying to have the experience, and then from what I understand, once it's done, they put you back in a van.
Well, they have to take you home, or at least take you back to where they picked your ass up.
I don't know if they take you where they picked your ass up, but they drop you somewhere uh, with
No,
your
they never
a
break
fully
character.
charged phone and an empty wallet.
They never break character even when they drop your ass off.
I don't think so. I think
Jesus
it's
Christ.
once it's done, it's done. But yeah,
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
is
about that.
yeah. Yeah, you think it's done. I'd be so freaked out that I'm like, "Oh, is it happening again?"
Oh, that's good. Yeah, pay extra money, and then when you get in your car, somebody fucking hits you with a tire iron. There you go for an extra $50. Just when you think it's over, it's like the end credit scene
Yeah.
of the monster coming back.
Ah,
There's somebody jerking off in your back seat that you didn't know was there. That's why they took your keys.
hello.
Oh, that'd be good. If they're not doing that, that's fucking brilliant. If they take all your shit, they have to have somebody like take their car keys and put something creepy in the back seat for you. That'd be fucking. If they're not doing that, they're missing the boat.
Yeah. You know what? You don't have to do anything other than just like a handwritten card that says "See you soon."
Yeah, something that perfect, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just oh no. But that, my friend, I got to get to this like because I know we're gonna probably go long again today. But we won't go much
Oh,
longer.
that's not the thing. There's more thing after this thing.
So those are like the baby steps to get to
Fuck.
this
What's
thing.
that? Oh, okay.
Bro, this one is fucking bug nutty. So Nicole was trying to help me do a little research. And I was like, I want to do something spooky because we're in spooky season, you know? I like
Mm-hmm.
spooky season. And so she sent me first it was a link of um owner of haunted mansion will pay anyone $20,000 if they can make it through the night. And we were like, oh my God, that's really cool. No, it turns out this is the ultimate ultra extreme haunted house experience. It's called
Mm-hmm.
McKamey Manor. It's just outside of um at least I think there's maybe a couple locations now. Um
Is the 20 grand real?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't,
Or is that just like their marketing thing? Like,
that's
like,
I think their marketing thing.
okay.
But there's one outside in Nashville. Okay, so I'm not on their website. I went to the Wikipedia.
Okay.
Because I don't want them knowing anything about me.
Good.
Um,
We
so
we collect cookies. Fuck you. Deny.
denied. So here's the thing. There is a 40-page waiver that you have to read and sign. You are
Oh,
allowed at any point to go, no, no, safe word, kumquat, kumquat.
right.
But I think it is if you make it through. I think they actually do. Just skimming. I think they actually do. Yeah, it is a prize of 20 grand for a successful completion. But then they also deduct $500 from the prize for every failed challenge or use of profanity. But let me read this to you real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Operates year round, offering visitors tours that can last up to 8 hours. To participate, guests must sign a liability waiver that includes the inability to leave the experience without the staff's permission and being subjected to various forms of physical and psychological torture, including, are you
Okay.
ready?
Uh-huh.
Having bones broken, teeth removed without anesthesia, and being drugged.
Oh,
Yeah. I saw some pictures of like one of the patrons, one of the torture victims, where like their mouth is all swollen, they're all bruised up, they're bleeding, they have like a dirty sock shoved where the blood it's
what the fuck? What the hell's this thing called again?
McKamey Manor. No guest has ever made it all the way through. McKamey originally did not allow safe words for the tour, but has since reportedly allowed them, so guests have the option of ending the tour immediately. So they used to, if you paid them money, you used to not be able to leave the 8 to 10 hour tour.
And you signed a waiver to this effect.
Yes.
Oh,
Um,
including broken bones, removal of teeth, and being drugged.
During the tour, employees of the manor may physically assault patrons, waterboard them, force them to eat and drink unknown substances. They're giving them shit and piss, is what that probably means.
Uh,
Have them bound and gagged, and engage in other forms of physical and psychological torture. Participants may also be drugged during their experience. Journalist Tara West has reported that in the communities where the tour is staged, residents question how it remains legal even with waivers. A volunteer guide testified that the 40-page waiver signed by participants listed such possible risks as having teeth extracted, being tattooed, and having fingernails removed.
oh my god!
Uh,
Jesus fuck!
yeah, dude. This is
Okay, so the fear experiment are pussies. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
yeah. Look at this batch of pusswads. Oh, look at these creepos from community theater. What do you got? What do you got over here? We're gonna take your fucking fingernails and then we're gonna make you fucking eat them. What the fuck, bro?
Who the fuck? What's the interview process for that like? Who the fuck are they getting to do this to strangers?
Recently released prisoners, uh, shamed priests, I'm gonna guess.
People who are not going to, people who are unhinged, people who are not going to listen when you say a fucking safe word.
Well, that's the thing. I guarantee you, when people are reading the waiver, when they're like, no, you have, because they tell them you have to read this fucking waiver.
Yeah.
I'm sure that they're like, oh, possible, okay, it's because in your head, you're paying for an experience. Oh, possible broken bones, sure, okay, I believe you. Sure, possible broken bones. And what the first thing they do is tie you to a chair and just snap one of your fingers back.
Fucking hit you on the dick with a ball peen hammer.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Um. So, dude, I will send you a link of one of the stories
Yeah, okay.
because it's got clips. It's got guys. Go to charlottestories.com. I'll try to put the link in the description for this because it's got clips from previous participants.
I gotta see this. Hold on.
But they make you before you do it. Here, I'll send you the link real quick, dude.
Yeah, yeah, you're gonna do that. Because this is batshit bananas.
There we go. So this one you have to be 21 or older or 18 to 20 with parents' approval.
Parents' approval after you're of legal age.
You have to have completed a sports physical and have a doctor's letter stating you are physically and mentally cleared. You have to pass a background check. You have to be screened via Facebook, FaceTime, or phone. Proof of medical insurance, sign a detailed 40-page waiver, pass a portable drug test on the day of the show. Dude, why would you do this? Like if you were looking to have teeth removed and bones broken, Just I know the
Well,
names of some biker bars where you can just walk in and go, "Hey, which one of you pussies wants to suck my dick first?"
I
They'll do it.
yeah, the people who are doing this are have no restraint. If there's actual people in this thing who are mentally okay with physically fucking up a stranger because they signed a waiver, they think it's all right. You can't put your experience in their hands. They do not respect the law.
No, they're yeah. Anybody that's working there for 12 bucks an hour isn't doing it because of the pay. They're doing it for the love of the game.
Yeah,
Do you think I'm pretty sure
the parking lot's just all fucking abused ice cream trucks. It's just the employee parking lot. You know what I mean? It's just like a whole bunch of oh Jesus Christ on one hearse. Fucking hell. Yeah.
Cherry.
Everybody going home after a long shift. All the fucking ice cream trucks and they're all just like slightly slower and off key. Oh my giddy odd. Oh fuck. I don't want to be the guy who owns the local bar when these guys get off shift and they
Oh
need a
my.
cocktail. You guys want to go hit Reggie's? Reggie killed himself because he can't handle us.
they, yeah, when they walk into any biker bar or roadhouse, and then everyone just goes, "Oh, don't look him in the eye! Don't look him in the eye, Spider. You've killed 12 men with your thumb. Yeah, but do you know what those fuckers do for a living?"
And you know when they walk in, they don't look terrifying. They're wearing like pleated khakis and their hair is perfectly parted. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they
And
all look
and
like the guy that tried to take me home and eat me.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was from last episode.
Fuck me, that's terrifying. I've never heard of this.
Yeah. Like again, the first ones I heard about, like when they were like, "Yeah, we're doing extreme," like there was one in St. Louis where they could grab you and like
Yeah.
yank you into like a secret passage and be like, "Fuck you, dude," and and kind of and really scare the shit out of you and have like
Hmm.
all types of costume people being like, "Woo, creepy, creepy time," and you're like, "Fuck me," that's fucking scary, or like doing gross stuff to you, or just eh, you know there was one I heard about where they would tie somebody to a chair and have like like some creepy nurse from like Silent Hill,
Hmm.
like that kind of all weird and popping their butt and coming up
Yeah.
like getting real close and then just disappear and leave you in a dark room where occasionally you might hear something move here and something move there. That's fucking torture.
That's unsettling. Yeah.
That's terrible. Like that to me, that's the horror right there. Also, like the whole claustrophobia thing. When you're built like I am, small spaces freak you the fuck out. Like we got the chance when we went to Mammoth Cave National Park. Um, our friend's older brother was like he's the lead ranger for Mammoth Cave. So he's like, "Well, I'll give you the special tour." And he's taking us like to all these cool places. And he's like, "Okay, this one's roped off. So if anyone falls, we literally have to carry you back up here and say you slipped and fell up here because I can't have you back here, but we're going back here." And so they're like, he gets to a point and he's like, "Okay, no, we could do this. I don't know if it's a really good idea, because we haven't done it for a while, but I guess there's like this crack underneath the fucking mountain in Mammoth Cave where they used to take people and they'd hit a point where they're like, okay, choose which direction you want your head to be for the next mile and a half."
What? Oh, because you're like side like crab walking, kind of like
You're on your belly pulling yourself through. That's how tight a squeeze it was.
okay.
You can't move your head. It's freaking me out just think about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
No,
No.
because they're like, I don't know if I could fit just into the opening, much less that. No, why would anyone want to do
I
that?
was gonna say even if somebody like measured my gut and head and it was like, yeah, absolutely you can fit. I'd be like, but why? But I still don't know why I'm doing it. Why would
Yeah,
you want me to? Why would anybody want to do that?
yeah, because I guess like once you get to the other side, there's like some really pretty things, and I'm like, why don't we go see the pretty things just on the other side? Let's just.
I'd rather have a beer and jerk off in my own back seat. I don't know what to tell you.
I'd rather find a note that says "See you later" in my
Yeah.
back.
No, I get that. That it's fine if that's your thing. Go do a thing. Go test yourself in stupid and weird ways. Fine, go ahead. I don't give a goddamn.
I'm just saying, if you want bones broken and teeth extracted against your will with no anesthesia, walk into the roughest bar in a small town.
Or just
Or
get arrested. Get arrested and flip off the wrong guy.
yeah, and just again, which one of you poofs wants to suck on my nuts and just see what happens? Good luck.
Which one of you bitches wants to dance?
But yeah, it's gonna be somebody. I don't even know how much that is. I didn't look it up. I don't want to know. But I'm
I'm gonna
assuming
have
it's
to
gonna
look
be
it up.
something like $500. I'm gonna assume it's $500 at least.
I'm reading this that nobody in 2 years has ever made nobody's ever gotten the 20 grand.
No, I'm sure when they're like, all right, yeah, sure, you're gonna pull my fingernail out, and they actually pull a fingernail out.
Yeah.
They're
What
like,
the
oh, you're
fuck? Ooh. Well, that's interesting. Oh, okay. Well, that's just a book. The place is called McKamey Manor. The link you sent me, when I click on the McKamey Manor, it goes directly to Amazon. So I'm not sure what's going on there, and I'll explore that later.
huh.
Um, that's that's fucking insane.
Yeah, dude. So what I'm saying is, if here's the thing, there's a bunch of haunted sites. If you're in Illinois, just go to hauntedillinois.com. They'll tell you where all the spooky the actual spooky places are, and you just take a drive down a gravel road at midnight and potentially see the lady in white, or drive through one of the gates to hell down in southern Illinois. And you just creep yourself out. You don't need to pay someone $500 to pull your tooth. However, if you're really into that, I'll do it for 4. I'll do it for $400. You want to be tied to a chair and have your fingernails removed and your teeth pulled out? I'll do one tooth and one of your hands for $400.
That's the
Hell,
problem. After getting patched up back together, even if you make it for the 20 G's, how much is your fucking hospital bill gonna be?
right, you're gonna be permanently hurt. You're permanently hurt.
That is fucking madness. And somebody came up with this,
Mhm.
found a bunch of people,
Willing to do it.
or what if it's just him? What if he is like the owner operator and sole fucking Dr. McKamey
I was
or
gonna say
whatever?
it's starting to sound more and more like House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yeah, right? How
Yeah,
many people are in the fucking basement? Like
right.
buried under it.
Please let me use a safe word. I'm all done. I'm all done. You don't leave.
Yeah,
I say you leave, boy.
that's just who I need to sit down with somebody who thinks that shit like this is a good idea.
Right.
Like they're like into it. And just to pick their brain.
Hey,
Because like
yeah, if
there's no
anyone's
way in hell you
listening,
could do. Yeah,
if
please. I would
anyone's
love to
listening
have
to
you
this,
on this show.
yeah, come talk to us. We want to know what your deal
Yes,
is.
and be serious about it. I would interview the hell out of you to figure out what's going on, because I'm the kind of person who I was thinking about when you were talking about your rodeos. Like I've never ridden a horse. You know what I mean? Like I look at a horse like, you want to get on it? I'm like, no, I have literally no desire. I have no desire to get on that horse and ride. I don't get it. It looks like it would hurt. It looks dumb. And for me, I know other people, and I don't understand why you like it. I
Yeah.
know many people like it. I know I'm probably in the minority, but I'm like, that's bantamweight compared to, hey, we're gonna go in this place and for a full work day somebody's gonna work you over like it's Saw 3 once they stopped giving a shit about plot.
I what we're gonna do is we're gonna tuck your penis your into your sack, and then we're gonna fold that over, and then we're gonna staple those ends of your sack to your pelvis. So now your penis is just in a little scrotum hideaway, and then we're going to call you names for the next 15 minutes. Just names.
God damn it. There's no way you don't get out of that with psychological damage.
No, no, and this is what tells me that we live in a world that's way too soft. or at least in a country that's way too soft. When you have to go out and seek that type of thing,
Yeah.
again, just go. Well, I like it in a controlled environment. This does not sound like a controlled environment.
No, no.
This,
It sounds like you've legally given up your human rights.
yeah, yeah, they're gonna kill you. They're going to,
They're going to kill you. Nobody's won the 20 grand because they're going to kill you.
yeah. Sorry, it just occurred to me that because when I said House of a Thousand Corpses, I was like, oh shit, I could go to, I could do Halloween as Captain Spaulding.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
You got the hat.
it's true.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's enough for today.
I don't want any more.
I don't
I
either.
don't, because I like the next stage is literally just war. Like it's just like
Yes. Yeah, the next stage is just hiring a serial killer to start at your toes and work their way up.
yeah, the next stage is literally just seeing a bunch of guys who look a little rough walking down your street with machetes. Like that, just fuck, they're here.
Oh, the purge. Great. Cool.
Yeah, uh-huh.
No,
Ooh,
thank you.
I
No,
don't like that that exists.
I don't either. I don't either, and that's why I wanted to give that to you.
There is nothing cool about the way that that exists because the only people who are going there are those fucking. Okay, if you're somebody who wants to talk about this, that's fine. But if you're like a bro lunatic, then I get it. Okay, it's fine. That's great. I guess you're a bro, but I could do it. Okay, maybe that is just the demographic. Holy
See, here's
shit!
the thing.
Holy shit!
When Nick first sent it to me, it was like, "Oh, nobody stayed, all night in this haunted mansion." I was like,
Hmm.
"I'll do that." 20.
Yeah, exactly. That was my first thought. Like, you can't give me the willies to get me to leave for 20 G's. If you're breaking my fucking fingers, you can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You snap my pinky, and well, now now I'm gonna have words with you.
And I've signed a waiver that says if I punch you in the face, I go to jail.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the issue.
Like that's the one where I highlight it and just right next to it with an asterisk. Do not consent to this part. And you break my
Yeah.
finger, I'm going to hurt you.
I think that was where I was at with the fear experiment too, because when you were saying like if you say anything, it's over. If you don't do it, we say it's over. It's almost like they're like, we want to scare you, but we're gonna take our ball and go home.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
right.
Like
Exactly
you
what I
can
was
buy an
saying.
extra safe word, but if you don't do what we say, we don't have to do it anymore. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck you, fuck you. What's your name? Roger, fucking Elliot. What's your name? Tell me your name. And then they can just say no more. Haha, you have to leave. We keep your money. But
Yeah.
these guys know. These guys are gonna punch your mom in front of you.
Fuck you, Preston.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's gonna. They're gonna just drag your mother out and be like, "What do you think of mom here? I do. Where
God,
did
that's
you?"
the problem. The people at the fucking fear experiment and the people at this manor, they're both named Preston, but you are afraid of the manor, Preston.
Yes. But Preston at the fear experiment, you're like, oh, this is just a he's just a theater minor that's just trying to
Yeah.
make a couple extra bucks and is really into it.
He's 28 and he wears a retainer to the store.
But Preston at the manor is that's a guy you listen to.
Yeah. He flayed his own big toe because he was bored.
Yep.
Today.
I just wanted to see it. Just wanted to see the little man inside.
It's just nice that I know that I'm a productive member of society now. Fuck me.
All these years of honing these skills, it's nice to know that I can put them towards a nice retirement plan. Okay, Preston, don't call me that anymore.
They don't even have employees, it's just hobbyists.
Oh my god. Just enthusiasts.
Oh, I don't like that this place exists. And you said there's two?
I
They're
think
franchising?
no, from what I read, it started in San Diego and they moved it to Tennessee because California, I'm pretty sure went,
Okay.
no, you're not torturing people for fun and profit anymore. And they went, wonder where it'll allow us. Tennessee, yeah, absolutely. They don't care.
Because I'm going to keep Alabama and then Mississippi in my back pocket after that.
Yeah.
Then after that, Cuba.
Yeah. Yeah. Then after that, the Everglades, where we just
Christ.
put one of your legs into the swamp and see what gets a hold of it. Good
Well,
luck.
thanks, Larry. Thanks
Yep,
for that.
no problem, buddy. What did we learn?
Fuck you is what we learned. That's what we learned. We learned fuck you, Larry. We learned that I don't like I don't like you. I don't like anything you've ever told me. I'm really upset. I feel like like that feeling after like a full weekend of partying and you decided you didn't need a shower on Sunday morning, but it's Sunday night. I feel like that on the inside.
Yeah, yeah. No, me too. Me too, buddy. In fact, I'm just gonna go curl up in the shower
Oh,
and
good.
rock back and forth. I'm gonna burn these clothes too.
The best part's about hanging out with these guys.
God damn it, son of a bitch, motherfuck.
We concede.